What's up, guys? How you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl. Okay, so today we're gonna be a little bit serious because we're talking about finance, and it's very crucial because you need money, I need money too. So how to put those little things in order to make it right is very important. Anyway, so I always do a little recall of what we talked about the last time. Last time we talked about setting up internal structures, and I talked about 3 departments. Today I'm going to be talking about policies. If you've been following this series, you should know we are at series number 3, setting up internal. First we talked about tax. The second we talked about setting up departments, and today we're talking about setting up policy. By the way, if this is your first time watching, please subscribe to my channel. My name is Glory. I talk about everything financial, lifestyle. We have fun. Basically, we just chit chat sometimes. Okay, it's fun out here. Join the team. Let's make it a family. Let's call it a family. Okay, so click the notification bell so that I get notified whenever I post new videos. So back to policies. Policies, like, it's one of the most ignored things to do by organizations, especially smaller organizations. Like big organizations, they get the drill, okay? Because how do you want to really manage a whole population of people in the organization without setting up policies? You cannot be moving one after the other, telling this person, don't do this, no, don't do that, did it, no, you can't do that. So policies help streamline and cut down all of those talking you should have been doing verbally by just documenting it. So in general terms, like, policy is like a deliberate system of principles to guide decisions, okay? It's a deliberate system. There are principles or guidelines put in place to help people within an organization, within a setting. All right, Nigeria as a whole has policies. We have policy makers. So obviously in your small organization, it's very wise to put in policy so that you don't necessarily always have to tell this person, do this, don't do that, or you bring in a new recruit to say, do this, don't do that. Yeah, they have to go through their training in among the course of the training, or during the course of the training. Showing them the policies of the organization is also part of the training that staff is supposed to get. So it is very important that small organizations also have some of these little documents on ground. And to be honest with you, it costs nothing because the internet is free, browsing is free. To say, if you don't have the money to hire professionals to do all those policies and everything, you can easily just browse it out, okay? Policy holds ground when it is endorsed by the authorized persons. For example, if you're the MD of your company and you set in a policy, okay, this is a policy for entertainment, this is a policy, say travel policy, and you sign, you approve on it, it holds and is binding. And any staff that does not do things in accordance with that policy, it's liable for disciplinary action. So these are things which can easily lay hands on internet and everything like that. I worked in an organization where I didn't even know what policy was about because it was not something common, and I had a situation where we had regulatory bodies coming. That is when everybody was running helter-skelter to do policies and all of that. But these are things which you can have. Most of my talk is directed towards the fact that even if you're not at that point yet, you can just prepare it and keep it on ground. You're doing something to grow. So one of the principles of growing is mental growth. How do you see yourself? That growth you have in the future, how do you picture it? You start manifesting it. When you start manifesting it, it means you're ready for it. If you start manifesting the growth in your mindset, these things I'm saying becomes easy. It's not something which looks like it's foreign or you're trying to grow that business. Like, you don't know where it's gonna be tomorrow. It might be a multinational business, you know, employing thousands of people. And how you approach it now, it's very critical to how it's going to be like in the future. For example, if you build an organization where the idea of staffs doing things in accordance to the policy on ground makes it easy when that organization grows, because any staff coming in naturally follows what is already laid down. It's no longer like something foreign. Take for example, you've been operating your business for 6 years without policy, without any of these, and suddenly, and by that 6 years, let me say your business is growing and you're promoting people, and after say 7 years your business is really growing, and all of a sudden you start implementing all of this, it's going to bring huge retaliations, because the people already on ground, which are maybe at this point they are already managers or things like that, they retaliate because it's foreign to them. It's not something they're used to. Take for example a dressing policy. Say you do your organization, people don't know their dressing culture or how to interact with people in an organization. There are some organizations that their policy is not really their policy is you can call people by their name and not by their titles. Like, you can say Mr. Ifani, Mr. Tunde, you can say Tunde, this and that. There are some organizations where that is not a policy. So if you start implementing this thing at a later time, it brings about retaliation. There are several types of policies, okay? Several types of policy. You have entertainment policy. Entertainment is like, when you have say social events and things like that, what are the policies on ground, the rules, the principle, guidance, those kind of settings. You have gift policy, a policy whereby that can perhaps state the amount of gifts that is acceptable in the organization. There are some certain types of gifts which you can take in an organization, because if you take beyond a certain amount, it's considered like it's going to make you biased in making some decisions. Okay, you have travel policy, like what are the provisions for travels, out of station sort of things, the allowance to be given, the things that the company is going to take care of if you incur, the things which the company is not going to be liable to if you incur. There's so many damn policies. These are things which you can honestly, like, without being too serious, implement it in any business setting that has employees. Okay, even if it's just 2 employees, 3 employees, like, you can just have your policies. Like, no need for you coming to talk and say you do this is what you're supposed to do in terms of how to behave, the principles guiding someone's behavior within your organization, the way you want them to behave. There is no need for you really having to verbally talk all the time. You can just present your policy to them, they read through, and if there's something they don't understand, they can ask questions. It makes it easy, because we want an easy life. Look at how this thing is embarrassing me in public. My clothes is embarrassing me in public. Girl, I'm trying to be serious here. I'm trying to teach something. I'm trying to say something. Respect yourself. So guys, I hope that is informative enough. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section below. Make your contribution. Believe me, there are multiple policies out there. You can just browse it, get a sample template. You can just remodify it a little bit to suit your organizational needs, and you're good to go. Okay, the next time I want to know if you've implemented some of these little tips. That is all for today, guys. I hope this is informative enough. Until next time, just stay tuned. We are coming in better and hotter. Alright?